Hey everybody, Allie from Geek Alchemy here today, doing a double batch, if you can see that in the viewfinder. I am doing moose and squirrel. I meant to do this last year, but let's just say 2019 was really interesting for us. And it kind of got pushed to the backside. So we're doing it today, and I have revamped the fragrances a bit. For instance, Dean still has leather, but instead of coriander, which does not seem to survive the saponification process, I've decided to add warm apple pie fragrance oil, which blends beautifully together, believe it or not. I'm really happy with this fragrance combination, and I think it works really well for Dean. So without further ado, let's start with Dean. Get the fragrance oil in there. And because of the apple pie fragrance, the little bit of spice that's in there, it will accelerate the batch. And today I have decided that I was going to do the heat transfer method instead of the normal warming up the oils, getting them all to a certain temperature, getting the lye to a certain temperature, and waiting. I have quite a few soaps actually to catch up on. I have 3 officially waiting to be unmolded at this point in time, as well as a little bit of melt and pour that's just sitting in its little mold because I'm being lazy and not wanting to take it out. Alright, so let me go get the mold, and we are going to do a bit of Spirulina, which has a very deep, dark, rich green, and our normal French green clay, which has a light green shade to it. Oh, please pour nicely. Okay, and there we go. Good. Wipe that off. Having gloved fingers helps to not worry about hurting myself. All right, so I want to do a bit of a swirl with this. We're just going to put the French green clay directly in the pot over here. It will be a very light color, whereas the Spirulina will be a nice dark contrast. Let's get these out of the way, and I'll get closer to the camera. I'm using a whisk to just make my life a little bit easier, and besides the fact that the blender won't, the stick blender won't fit in here, hand stirring, especially with these fragrance oils, is the best bet. Scoop it up from the bottom to get all the plain soap mixed in. I'm sure you can see the gradient. Ooh, this is getting thick. Doesn't help that everything's feeling pretty warm. Ah, well, that'll be all right. I should have put a liquid in with the French green clay. It's definitely not going to mix evenly, so cover your ears. I'm about to make a decent amount of noise. Well, is it locked? No, it's not locked on now. There we go. That sounds terrible. I'm trying to find the lumps and just blend those. That way I don't overly blend everything. I didn't plan on any delicate swirls anyway, but you know. Alright. Gonna call that good. This is definitely getting to like a pudding or custard consistency. I gotta move a little faster. Alright guys, I want y'all to know that if I haven't mentioned it already, or at least if you haven't been on my blog and read it, this year, because Supernatural is about to say goodbye, we are completing this fandom, the characters that I planned on. Quite honestly, a big part of me expected this to go on for quite a few more years, but I can understand completely why the actors and the producers and everyone else is ready to move on with something else. I mean, 15 years of your life, that's a significant portion. Alright. I'm sorry you guys can't see this too well. Alright. I need a smaller... There we are. There's our smaller spatula. Alright. I just don't want to miss any of the good stuff. Gotta get it in there, right? Right. Okay. I'm gonna essentially do a plop and drop, it looks like, because of how thick this got, but we'll see if I can't pour it first. Why does that seem so darn close? I could have sworn I backed this out. Hang on. Here we go. Sorry about all that. Alright, here we go. See if it'll pour smoothly. If not, we'll plop and drop. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I am not 100% done emptying this out, but it was getting quite gloppy very quickly. So I just had to get you guys off camera because I would have been blocking it anyway. That's no fun. So anyway, what was I talking about? I believe I was speaking on the characters. Oh yeah, how they're going to get moving on with their lives, which is okay. I tell you what, I think I'm one of the very few fans that watched it the entirety of the series. I know some people started it from the beginning, but then they kind of like fizzed out for a while and they came back to it. Other people never heard of it and until the last couple years, and then it became like this massive popularity thing where it finally got the credit it deserved. So, yeah, I think we are one of the very few people, at least that we know anyway, that has watched it since the beginning, and I will definitely be sad, and so will my near-grown daughter. She's been watching it for the last couple years. Oh, come on, even out. Even out. For those of you who haven't seen, I have already, for the new characters, I've already made Crowley. He is on the curing rack and will be ready possibly by the time you guys are watching this video. I'm not exactly sure about my video schedule just yet. if I'm going to be continuing the Wednesday shows as well, or if I'll just go back to just Saturdays. But in any case, you'll probably have it available to you at this time. And this is hard. So I'm really hoping, really hoping that Moose can be stirred out, because something tells me it's going to be difficult. Yeah, that got hard. So let's give it some stirs. See if we can't get it loose. Okay. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. Okay, there's my other one. Now, I may have mentioned that Moose's fragrance blend has changed a bit. The twigs and berries is more berry than anything else, so I've drastically reduced that percentage, increased the cedarwood essential oil, and I'm not sure if I increased or I think I kept it the same, the black coffee fragrance oil. Now I'm going to stir this up by hand because, again, the twigs and berries accelerate this quite a bit. The cedarwood is fine, the coffee is fine, the berries definitely accelerate this. So again, I am hoping by hand stirring it, it calms the process. So besides Crowley, who do we have? We have Gabe. Gabe, as you can probably guess, is short for Gabriel. It's Gabriel's inspired soap. I actually have a haul video coming up that will show you exactly how I plan on decorating his soap. I went ahead and, spoiler, got some angel wings, some fondant shaped angel wings, and I figure with my soap dough I can go ahead and press in some nice looking soap, maybe dust it with some environmental glitter. Ooh, this smells nice. And yeah, I won't reveal everything, but there's definitely going to be wings on this soap. The fragrance is decadent because we all were introduced to Gabriel as Loki, and Loki, being a trickster, absolutely loves his sweets, his chocolates, his candies, his lollipops and pancakes and chocolate bars and all this other stuff that is just so nice on the palate. We have decided, my eldest and I, that Gabe should definitely have the Nature's Garden Mexican fried ice cream, which out of the bottle smells very much like a decadent vanilla, like a high-end vanilla ice cream with caramel swirls to it. It smells amazing. And then I'm gonna also include chocolate syrup, make it like a chocolatey, lovely dessert going on. Oh, I am looking forward to making Gabe. It's gonna be a process, but I'm looking forward to it. All right, add just a little bit of water to that, otherwise it will be a pain in the tuchus. All right. For those of you who were here last time and saw how I made a sort of disaster out of the smoke effect I was going for, don't worry, I'm not going to revisit that. I am, however, going to warn you, my dog heard something and might bark. I am going to try a little bit with the in the pot swirl type smoke effect. I'm sorry if you heard that phone call coming in. All right, that to the side. I'm gonna grab this out here. This goes over here. I'm also going to attempt a blue swirl. And this is, for those of you curious, Moonshine Environmental Glitter from Nurture Soap. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I still got some uncolored soap on the bottom. But that is beauteous. All right. More characters are on the lineup, including Witchy Woman, which is a nod to Rowena. I have a perfect fragrance oil for her. I'm very much looking forward to using it and sharing it with you all. We're also going to do Girl with the D&D Tat, and if you remember, that's actually the name of the show. Correct me if I'm wrong, that Charlie actually came in on, or at least maybe it wasn't the one that she came in on, but it was her second show. It was one of the first two. I can guarantee that. And I plan on using environmental gold. I have a soap cane, so long as I can find the right mold, or the right, I don't remember what you call it. But it's the little screen that you put on front of a clay extruder to give it its shape. I'm going to swirl this a bit. And I'm going to add a little bit of blue. Save a good portion for the top. And here's hoping it comes out like I dreamed it in my head. There we go, that's better. Maybe a touch too much on the charcoal. I didn't think I did that much, but I think it's a little heavy for what I was going for. All right, scrape down the sides. And I think that's the lineup that I have planned. I quite honestly thought I had, like I said, more time to work with it. I thought I was going to get more characters in, but I definitely want to get all these characters in this year. All right, let's get some of this off the side. And if you want to know Charlie's fragrance, you're going to have to wait for that video. Do I put it all on one side? Yes. Oh, you guys, it's coming together. right. Yes, I do want it on one side. And it wouldn't be a Geek Alchemy video if there wasn't just a little bit of mess, right? Right. I hope it keeps this darker shade and doesn't turn a baby blue on me. That's not what I'm aiming for. All right, let's give this a little design. Where's my skewer? There we go. Well, let me just butterfingers that. All right. And that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you later. Have a geeky day.